Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ann and Nick Brown, all the way from Accokeek, Maryland, with our book club, our book review. And the book that we are reviewing right now is Millionaire Success Habits by Dean Graziosi. And it is absolutely amazing. We're starting on chapter 1, and today we're going to be reading page 13 through the top of page 16. So if you have the book, we encourage you to read with us. But one of the reasons why we're doing this is because we know that leaders are readers, and we want to be held accountable for reading every single day. Now, our leadership suggests that we read at least 10 pages of a good book every single day. However, I find that a little challenging. So we decided, hey, we'll do it late at night, and I will read a couple of pages of a good book every night before I fall asleep. And the significance of that is that it will give me something to feed my mind, something positive to feed my mind before we go to bed, or something to think about, or just something positive. It's always great to feed our mind with good material. So we had such a good discussion just by the introduction that I'm absolutely excited to read the rest of this book. Dean Graziosi seems to have a very, very straightforward and easy to read style. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and I am absolutely excited. Make sure you put your comments in the comment area to let us know if we say anything that you relate to, and let us know if you're also reading and maybe you get something different than we mention from what we read. So we're going to get started. The time is right to change your habits. Here's the thing. When it comes to confidence and taking courageous action, so much of that is going to have to come from what you believe you should do. Though being able to hear and distinguish your heart's call, how your intuition is speaking to you, that small voice inside that says, you know what? Pick up the phone and make that call, or this is the next action to take. This is Marie Forleo interview with Dean Graziosi. This is a volatile, even crazy time in American history, from diverse politicians whom people feel they can't trust to negativity toward entrepreneurs who work hard and make a lot of money. Societal norms are changing. As I shared earlier, most people will tell you that they feel they are working harder and faster to get things done, but to little effect. They strive to move on the ladder of success, yet for some reason, it just isn't happening. Do you feel like you're not getting the results you desire or deserve? Well, besides technology affecting this outcome, another factor exists that you may not even be aware of. The good news is that you're not crazy for feeling like all of your effort is going for naught. It's not your fault. Let's see what really is to blame. Productivity versus income. In doing my research for this book, one statistic on productivity grabbed my attention the most. If you look at the graph below, you will see that for many years, productivity and wages were going up unilaterally on a steep 45-degree angle. However, in 1973, things change. Wages went flat, but productivity remained on the same incline. And what does that massive gap between wages and productivity suggest? It means we're getting more done as a society, yet income hasn't reflected this output. So when you feel like you're working quicker, harder, or faster, and using today's technologies to accomplish more, you are. However, wages are simply not keeping up. That's why you feel busier than ever and squeezed financially. The unfortunate fact is that the gap continues to widen, and we can ignore it and blame others, or we can create habits that multiply the income and success in our own homes and in our lives. The middle class is taking a serious hit. Some even say we are going towards a two-class society. Now, I know that politicians and those pushing their agendas have harped on this point, but I'm localizing the conversation. I'm talking about how it affects the economy in our house and within your family. This isn't a bash on the wealthy. Heck, in this book, I'm giving you the habits to become wealthy or increase the wealth you already have. But statistics don't lie. If you're not prepared and armed with the right tools, the shift that is happening in America could greatly affect you. And when I saw the graph below, I knew I had to share it. Up until 1981, all classes of income were rising at about the same rate. However, in about 1981, a split started to happen. The 1% broke away from the crowd. And since then, the top 1% of earners income has gone up 138%, while the bottom 90% of earners income has gone up 15%. Here is an alarming look at the actual graph, but give me a minute to go through the so-called facts and let me explain how they impact you. From one perspective, the gap is getting wider and wider. It seems as though we are evolving into a two-tiered society. The middle class is getting squeezed out, and it's obvious from this graph that this is not just a theory. This is real life, and it's why you may be feeling the effects we talked about earlier. As scared as this graph makes you feel, imagine this. What if that income gap you saw on the graph did not matter to you? What if you knew there were ways to become financially bulletproof and for you to create the class you desire in your life, in your home, and with your family? Ladies and gentlemen, that is something to think about, that he's noticed and actually grafted out that there is a difference between our productivity and our salaries, and that our productivity seems to be going up, but our salaries remain the same, which is why we feel so rushed and so stressed, and we're doing more, but we seem to have less money. I thought that was amazing. And not only did he talk about it in theory, but to actually give the give the graph and show how it's actually going statistically is was amazing to me. Also, when he started talking about how we're becoming a two-class society, and I've heard that before, that the middle class is being squeezed out. Either you decide to be in the upper class, or guess what, you're going to be in the lower class. Nick Brown, what did you get from our what we read today?
Wow, and that was a crazy statistic. That productivity was going up, but income was going down, and I think that has a lot to do with a lot of companies. This is just my opinion. A lot of companies downsizing, and you have people who are working, two and three positions. But as you say, the productivity is continuing to go up, but they're not getting paid for that extra effort. So, uh, and then you have to throw in I'm not an expert on finances and stuff, but if you're not increasing your cash flow by creating uh, another opportunity to create cash flow through whatever endeavor to have additional streams of income, you're definitely going to be in a position where you're going to get squeezed out of that. So I mean, I take for example my situation when I was working for the government and realized that the dreams that I had and everything weren't going to take place with me just having my government salary. So I was looking for several other opportunities to be able to still maintain that government position, get the benefits and everything, but to have something else on the outside that I could create and start building our wealth, and eventually to have that income with the outside entrepreneurial venture to surpass the government and the regular job, so that we could have replaced that. But as a blessing that I have reached that that pivotal point to where I was able to retire, still having all that benefits. But now, we have our business, and we're starting to generate that income and increase the income in the manner that we want to. So now that's going to provide us some other great options, and that's what it's all about: the cash flow and the extra money, just to provide you options to do whatever it is that you want to do with that additional income, and never have to worry about if the economy fluctuates and goes up and down, because you're basically creating your own economy.
That's awesome, Nick Brown. Well, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we're just reviewing a few pages every night. And I must admit that that was quite impactful, actually, to see the graph. If you don't have this book, Millionaire Success Habits, I encourage you to get it and read along with us. We're going to be reading a couple pages every night, and you can join us on this platform to actually participate, provide any comments. If you'd like to be a guest, if you read something that you are passionate about and you'd like to talk about it, definitely let us know. And I'd love to have you as a guest on the show. We are Nick and Ann Brown of Believe and Succeed Group, and we believe that leaders are readers. And we are hosting this just because we know that there are people in our network that may be looking for a home-based business. And one of the key elements of a great team, especially in this type of business, is reading and making sure that personal development is important and up to par. So we want anyone who's evaluating our team or evaluating a business to definitely consider speaking with us about what we do. We truly are a team that loves on each other. We enjoy life, having fun. We enjoy generating extra income, but we enjoy helping others succeed as well. We're in the travel industry, and we believe that it is our responsibility to help as many people as possible see the world and generate extra income so that you're not squeezed out of the middle class. You can still maintain and have that extra and build wealth for you and your family. So again, this is Ann Brown on the line all the way from Accokeek, Maryland of Believe and Succeed Group. If you have any issues, questions, comments, or concerns, definitely let us know. Either you can put a comment in the chat or reach out to us personally. However, we want to thank you for joining us tonight for our book review, and we look forward to you joining us tomorrow night for at the same time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Well, and I might have to. We because we're in the travel business, we're traveling tomorrow, and there's going to be a time difference. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do it at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, but we'll get it in. But it may not be the right time frame because we got to figure out the time difference, and I believe we're going to be in the air at 10 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time. So we may not be able to do it live tomorrow.
Okay. I don't know why I thought we were leaving a little earlier. I've got to get my calendar together.
We are, but just the way that the flights are now, our flight is not direct. So we got a 2.5 layover in Oklahoma before we get to Arizona, and we don't get into Arizona until 8 p.m. at night, which is 10 p.m. here. So we'll just we'll just be getting in and trying to get the rental car and all that stuff, So we may not be in a position to actually do it tomorrow. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well, if we can, we'll definitely jump on. If not, we'll definitely jump on. We may end up having to jump on while we have our layover waiting for our next flight. Anyway, make sure you stay tuned and get the book if you don't have the book. And the great thing about it is if we record it, you can always listen to the replay and definitely comment. So this is Nick and Ann Brown on the line all the way from Accokeek, Maryland. Definitely stay tuned and put your comments in the chat. Would love to hear from you. So we look forward to seeing you. And yes, we do mean you. At the very top is the tip top, because the bottom is much too crowded. If you're looking for a home-based business to add to your income, definitely reach out to us, because we've got something that can truly change your life and change your situation. Have a good night and God bless. Bye-bye.
help you increase that cash flow.